I haven't vlogged in a while, so I was sitting here watching TV, and y'all, if there's any kids in the room, take, mute their ears or send them out or something like that, because I'm about to say something that I don't think kids should be hearing. So I'm gonna take a moment. I know y'all, this is probably okay. So did you send the kids out the room? Okay, so did you send the kids out the room, because I gotta ask you something. When did they start saying, okay, make sure the kids are gone, last time. Yeah, for real. When did they start saying pussy on TV? I was sitting here watching TV, and it's about, now it's like about 4 o'clock, so all the kids would be home from school by now, okay? And they said pussy. Kim Zolciak, or whatever her name is, was describing how, like when you have a baby, your nipples turn the size of pancakes and your pussy hurts. And I'm just sitting there like, really? I mean, you don't expect something like that to come out of somebody's mouth at 4 o'clock in the evening. And which I know a lot of stuff is going on now, and I just really, and I've never watched this show. I just happened to sit down, and I was actually I said, let me see what this show is all about. And they're cursing so much in this show that it's just bleep, 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 bleep. And you can barely hear like what they're saying because they're cursing like so bad. And I just think we live in a really sad world. When you remember when we were growing up, that first of all, stuff didn't come on TV with people kissing and in the bed with each other. You remember I Love Lucy? I remember I Love Lucy, and her and Ricky had their own beds. And I remember a lot of those shows where the man and the wife, they were husband and wife, but when they showed them on TV, they had separate beds. I remember growing up, and I didn't even know what pregnant was, like, for a long time. Now you got 3- and 4-year-old kids knowing what pregnant is. Girl, I didn't know what pregnant was till I was probably about 10. I mean, and that was from hearing it from other people and stuff. But I mean, at school a little bit, you might hear a little bit here and there, but you still really didn't know what it was. And now you have kids 3 and 4 years old know what pregnant is. But I was just really like disappointed. I'm so disgusted by what I see on the TV and stuff like that. I don't even really get into these reality shows. I watch a couple, and that's not very many. I mean, I watch probably 3 at the most. That's Atlanta Housewives, and I watch that every once in a while. They get on my nerves so bad I can hardly deal with them. What is it? Toni Braxton, her sisters, and I watch that sporadically. And what else? Mary. And they have gotten so, they get on my nerves so bad, I watch them sporadically. So I don't really do a lot of reality TV shows, and I think because they've just taken it too far. Those what you call them thing, hip hops, whatever you call them, hip hop of LA and Atlanta or wherever they are. I don't even watch those. Now my husband, I would say he watch it all. He does, and I know a lot of guys watch this. I just can't get into them because I just have I don't have a lot of patience for a lot of foolishness. And I don't know if people are really like this in person or if they're like this when the camera is rolling. And to me, it's just sad because nobody has any respect and any dignity about themselves. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like these mothers, I think it's a shame when mothers like Kim's mama, not Kim, Candy's mom. That's an embarrassment to me. I think that's so embarrassing. It's so ridiculous. When these women, what's his name? What's his name? I heard somebody say something about what little scrap, whatever his name is, Scrap, whatever. His mom. And I've just heard people talk about how crazy his mom is because I don't even watch those and them basketball wild things. And yeah, if that still come on. I don't know if it does or not. I don't even get into that stuff because I feel like people degrade themselves. You know, I really honestly do. I used to love Nene, but Nene's attitude got so bad to my Atlanta Housewives that it turned me off from the show a little bit. Her attitude got so bad, and Candy's mama got so ghetto that I think that I don't know, because I hate to see people act like a fool. And I'm talking about the white reality shows too, not just the ones with the black people, but the ones with the white people. Anyway, I just was sitting here and I'm just like, when did they start saying, I'm gonna say it again, pussy, GD. Now I'm not gonna say that, but GD. It amazes me when I hear people say GD and they don't bleep it. They don't, you know, they actually can say GD on the TV and it's fine. But you know what amazes me? You can say GD and they won't bleep it. But if you say like shit, they'll bleep that, you know, if it's, but my thing is ripped and they won't bleep pussy. Dick, what's another one? I just feel like, and then we wonder why kids are up in the world doing everything, you know, acting like a fool. They see grown people act like a fool. They see people say anything. Adults don't have respect for kids anymore, and kids don't have respect for adults anymore. People don't draw the line when it comes to kids. And you know, it's just certain things that kids just not gonna see me do. It's certain things they're not gonna hear me say, and definitely certain things they're not gonna see me do. And you remember back in the day when grown people were talking, kids had to get out the room. And that's how I am now. I'm a little old school with that, because I feel like kids know enough. And if I'm in a conversation with a grown person and, like, you know, we're talking, no kids about to sit around and listen to what we say. Absolutely not. Go play. But I don't know. This world is just so crazy. That's not my right. I gotta shut up on here. But this world is so crazy. I'm just like, it just amazes me. I don't get it. I know it's a sign of the times. I know things are changing, but we gotta start shutting down some of this stuff, y'all. Some of the stuff that these kids are watching. And I know I said this before, but it just tripped me out. I just couldn't believe. It was amazing to me. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. But anywho, let me know what you think. Leave your comments in the section below. It just blew my mind. I'm just sitting there like, what? They said what? If Tootie would have been here, I'd have been pissed off. And when she's not here, but not knowing the show, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, that was my first time even watching it. And I only watched like about 15 minutes of it, because it's just certain things that you shouldn't say, and there's certain lines that need to be drawn and not crossed. And these reality shows, man, they take the cake. They really, really do. People lose their minds. You got mothers that are supposed to be examples acting a pretty fool. For what? It's like people selling their souls and they don't even care. I'm not. Let me tell you this story right quick. I know the video getting a little long, but let me tell you this. My daughter had wrecked my vehicle, one of my vehicles one time. She was like 18. She might be 18. So I was going to teach her a lesson and take her to court because she was working, making really good money. And my thing was, all I wanted her to do was pay for the damage because she was just negligent and really because she did something I told her not to do. So I went and downtown took out papers on her to teach her a lesson. Just to teach her a lesson, okay? So I was contacted by Judge Mathis, and so was she, to go on the show. And this is when I lost respect for that show and stopped actually watching it. Because they called us, the producers, and they wanted us to come on the show. And, you know, they tell you about how it goes and everything. So I was just like, okay, fine, that's fine, we'll go. So the producer called me back and said, okay, well, we've selected you, you know, but I want to find out a little bit more about, you know, your daughter and your relationship. So she was going back and forth for talking, you know, has she been a troubled daughter? No, my daughter had not been a troubled daughter. My daughter actually has been a really good daughter. She really has. Bright you know, set goals, accomplish her goals, things like that. So the girl was like, well, so she never really gave you any problems. I said, no, she really never gave me any problems. I'm just really trying to teach her responsibility, teach her a lesson right now. Well, she was like, well, you know, of course this is an entertainment show. I said, hold on, let me say this. I will not degrade my daughter. I'm just not going to do it. I will not degrade my daughter. I'm not going to degrade myself. I'm not getting up there acting a fool. So if that's the case, then yeah, I'm not going to do that. Oh, okay, well, you know, it is an entertainment show. So yeah, if that's the case, then boo, scratch it. Because I'm not going to sit here and degrade or defame my daughter's character, because no. And if she hadn't been a good daughter, I still would not do that. And you have to have a line, and you have to stand for something. And they did the same thing to her. I didn't know they did that to her. But even through the whole situation, my daughter and I were talking. I still love my daughter, but I was not going to, it was a line that I refused to cross. You know, for the 10 minutes of fame, or for the year of fame, however long these shows come on, I think it's ridiculous. It really is. And so my daughter said that they were asking her, well, has she been a bad mother? She was like, no, my mom's been a good mother. So she never did this. And she was like, no, my mother never did that. So I guess we didn't have any drama, which is sad, any drama or enough to keep the audience captivated. Fine. You know, that's how I felt about it. Fine. And we ended up working something out ourselves between the two of us. But really, I was teaching her a lesson. But what I was not going to do was cross that line. And you know, these mothers that are on TV, sorry y'all, acting a fool, degrading themselves, degrading and low rating their kids, I think that is just absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, chime in. Let me know what you think. I think they've gone too far. I really do. Reality shows have just gone way too far. And it's almost like there's nothing else on TV hardly to watch. So you almost don't have a choice but to watch them. But anywho, that's just my little, yeah. Anyway, y'all. Alright, let me know what you think. Weigh in below. Alright, peace out.